The next part I'm going to talk about are the pros of integrating technology in the classroom. The first one, a computer serves as a really good tutor. If a student doesn't understand something, maybe the way you're teaching it, maybe there's an alternative way on the computer where it makes sense to them and they can learn better. Also, it's good for practice. Students go on the computer, learn other things, maybe to go along with the topic you were teaching. The next one is, it basically teaches students technological skills for life. We all know we need skills for technology considering our world is becoming so advanced in technology. When students are exposed to just basic skills, it will help them later on in life, especially if they don't get to use those skills at home. Also, information on the internet, technology, everything's so accessible. Anything you want to know, you just need to look it up. It's out there. No matter what kind of answer you get, something is out there that's going to help you. Also, with resources for teachers, there's countless resources. You can find activities, games, lessons, anything you want to incorporate into your classroom. Just the resources are very accessible. And it's also an alternative learning tool for students. Some students, they're not passive learners. They want to get up, move around. So going to the computer and doing something different, a change in their learning habits, helps them as well. Now I'm going to talk about some of the cons of technology in our classrooms. The first one is illiteracy, like we talked about before. Students with the messengers, the spell check. I mean, they're not using, on the messengers, they don't use full out sentences. They just use what's fastest and easiest for them to type out, which other students understand what they're saying. So it can give the negative impact on our illiteracy. Also, the thinking process. If technology is integrated, especially in a wrong way, students really don't have to think about anything. They just click a button and they get whatever they need, and that's it. They don't get to actually go out above and beyond and really think about what they're learning. Also, with computers, if a teacher integrates them where the computer's doing all of her teaching, his teaching, the students aren't getting that support from their teachers. A lot of students need emotional, human support. Some don't get it at home, so it's really important for teachers to be in the process as well. Also, with especially younger children, a limited multi-sensory environment is what you get when you teach with technology. Younger students really need to experience their five senses and touch and feel and really get to know their atmospheres. So a technological classroom, the base classroom, really doesn't allow the student to get up and experience those types of things. Different things I thought about when talking about technology in the classroom. One was really how are our children being affected? Is it a good way, a bad way? Later on, they're going to be so exposed to so much technology. What is it going to be like when they get older? They're either going to be above or they might be behind in their skills. Also, our teacher's going to lose their place. Our computer's going to take over and be the teacher for our children. Will teachers have a place, or are they going to lose it because of our technology? Also, I was thinking about today's classes versus classrooms 20 years ago. 20 years ago, classrooms were lucky to have maybe a computer lab to go to for the children to have a little bit of technological experience for maybe 15 minutes out of the day if they were lucky, if they had good funding. The last thing I questioned was, should we limit the time students spend working on the computer? I think it is very important to limit their time. First of all, kids are kids. They need to go outside, run around. They shouldn't just be sitting on a computer. But it is good to give them a limited amount of time so they can go on there and explore. Basically, technology can be very effective if it's used correctly. You can't just have students use technology all the time and the teachers sit back and not even be involved. Technology can really be a help of how it's incorporated into the curriculum. Good lesson plans, having students do some research on a certain country or topic, they can really find a lot of information that's useful. And really, we are really fortunate. Some schools don't have the funding to have such technologies. Some schools are very fortunate and each student has their own laptop. So depending on where you're from, technology can be a very positive aspect in the learning.